It was even better watching the whole segment. Honestly, I thought the Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose segment at Night of Champions 2014 was just beyond awesome. It was really cool. Seth Rollins came out much like he did on the... Oh, shoot. What show was that? Is that the Battleground show where he was supposed to fight against Dean Ambrose? And they were saying because he was banned from the arena that the match wasn't going to happen. But Seth Rollins walked down to the stage, ran down the emergency surgery of Roman Reigns, basically saying that he was the one that put him in this state, and just basically saying that the emergency surgery was no excuse for missing the match and that he should be there. He said that he was going to give Roman Reigns to the count of 10 to get to the ring, or he was going to take his victory via forfeit. And he told referee Charles Robinson to start to count. They did the 1 through 10 count. Basically, the fans all were feeling the same thing that everybody else was feeling, and you get to hear a little "We Want Ambrose." Charles Robinson made it all the way to the 10 count. They rang the bell. They announced Seth Rollins the winner, and from there, Seth Rollins said that he wanted to work a match tonight. He wanted to show off his skills because he was Mr. Money in the Bank, and he offered an open challenge to anyone in the back, much like the Honky Tonk Man with the Ultimate Warrior. And basically, it could have been anybody coming out of the back, and just basically, they showed up on the big Titantron. That a taxi cab pulled them to the backstage area, and Dean Ambrose jumped out of the back, ran down to the ring, and he started whooping up on Seth Rollins, and there was a fight. They fought in and out and around the ring, and basically when Dean Ambrose was about to attack Seth Rollins with some chairs is when you got to see all of the agents and referees jumping into the ring, trying to make sure that Dean Ambrose wasn't really going to kill Seth Rollins in the middle of the ring. Once they were able to get it all broken up, they got up to the top of the ramp where basically Dean Ambrose jumped off of the WWE logo with a big monstrous elbow belly flop deal. And once they got it all figured out, it was Triple H and Stephanie who stood tall with Seth Rollins, even though he very vividly got his ass whooped on the pay-per-view, showed off that they were firmly behind him, and it just adds more questions to what happens a little bit later on in the show about where Seth Rollins stands with the Authority, where the Authority stands with Brock Lesnar. But this was very, very cool. This is one of those moments that we're going to be, really behind for a good amount of time. Thinking, wow, that was cool at Night of Champions when Ambrose came back. But good stuff.